The day has come. We spoke about getting flat to get lean, but now we're going to show you what a full day of eating on a high carb day looks like. Meal one going down range, full day of high carbs is going to be 600 grams. Previously on a normal day of cutting, we're having 350 grams of carbs. Now, meal one going in, we've got oats at 100 grams. Still keeping the fats in, eggs, 5 eggs going in there, and then we're adding 40 grams of jam, and then some berries as well. Obviously the creatine, and then the secret sauce that goes in, which is pink Himalayan rock salt. And that will give you a pretty decent pump when you're in the gym later on. So we're going to show you through all the meals that we're going to eat on the high day. Some are nice, some are naughty, but either way we're looking to get full and then show you what that looks like at the end of the session for today. Scoop of creatine, it's roughly 5 grams with the naked eye. 40 grams of jam, the good stuff. Boom. 50 berries. Eggy oats, Gorilla Platoon Special Meal 1 going down range. I'll put the full macros on later so you can see exactly what goes into that. Let's get straight into it. So we're going to get into meal 2, but the first thing I want you to do when you wake up in the morning is to take your fasted photos. You want to see the look flat as a pancake, dry as a bone, and to see how that looks versus how you're going to look full at the end. As you can see here, steady lighting, taken with a tripod, and easy to see. So you've got the comparables. You're also going to monitor your morning scale weight, but you'd have been doing that anyway whilst you're on a cut. So we're now going to get into our second meal of the day, a basic chicken and rice meal without the veg. Just for today, the reason being, veg can draw a lot of water into the gut, and that's the last thing we need when we're trying to get a full, dry, hard carb look. Water will depend on the size of you. For me, I'm going to take anywhere from 4 to 5 litres of water throughout the day. Obviously, that's not a litre of water, that's just some water in a cup for the purpose. Now, this meal we're going to be running with 100 grams of rice, dry weight, and then chicken breast coming in 200 grams raw weight, bit of seasoning to make it a little bit more palatable, and then the usual pink salt. So this meal comes in at 580 calories and 80 grams of carbohydrates with 52 grams of protein. So we're going to get into this now. Meal 2, roughly been about 2 hours, 2.5 hours since the first meal, on a rotation of every 3 or so in between your meals, with training pushed to the end of the day, but we've got a haircut to go and get, so we're going to get this in ASAP. Okay, so we're back from the barbers, got freshened up. If you're ever in Miami, Boss Blades, go and check him out. Probably one of the best trims I've ever had. I know on this channel you love my haircuts. You can leave a comment below about that. Now, we are into meals. The next 2 meals, we're going to bang 2 together. It's now 20 past 4. So we're going to have a replica of the meal before, 200 grams of raw weight chicken, and then 100 grams of raw weight rice with now a gram of pink salt. And then we're also going to have straight away with that 2 whole bagels and 60 grams of jam. So the carb going in for the first meal is 80, and then this next one, the jam, the bagel, 145, which add the 2 together, that's a fair whack. So we're going to need some hydration to go down with it so we don't carb crash before we do check-in. So we're going to get these downers and we'll see you for the next meal. Sometimes you keep it clean, sometimes we actually get it a little bit dirty. This is a little bit of a treat. So 150 grams of cereal with 200 mils of milk. Gonna get this down and get to the gym in about half an hour's time. And then the big session is gonna come in, which will take you through. from the gym, the last meal of the day, 250 yogurt, 150 berries, slightly warmed up, and then 40 grams of dark chocolate to wrap up the high carb day, 600 grams of carbs, 200 grams of protein, still 70 grams of fat, and overall 3,800 calories from the 2,900 I was having before. So that is a full day of eating on a high carb day to get us full. If you found it useful, subscribe to the channel. If you want to join the Gorilla Platoon, links in the description. Come and join us inside.